all your automotive needs, look no further than the Warren Tire Center. From new tires to tire repairs, PA state inspections, wheel alignments, and auto detailing, there's so much more that we can do for you, and there's no reason to go anywhere but the Warren Tire Center in Warren, Pennsylvania. With over 40 years of serving the Warren and surrounding communities, it's always been a great day at the Warren Tire Center. We offer same-day service and walk-ins are welcome. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., the Warren Tire Center can be reached at 814-723-8050 and on the web at warrentirecenter.com.
22 years of the best wrestling camp you've never heard of. That's the Bruno Alfredo Wrestling Camp, which will be held June 16th through the 20th, 2025 in Port Allegany, PA, and will feature a star-studded lineup of clinicians. And don't forget about the blowout picnic to close out the festivities. It's legendary. Find out more at teambruno.org and like them on Facebook. We'll see you in June in Port Allegany, PA. Craft beer, craft food, craft service. You get it all and more at Station 101 in DuBois. Whether it's your relaxing evening with friends at cozy family dinner or that special night out with someone unforgettable, Station 101 is the place where memories are made. Dive into a new American culinary journey where every bite is made with premium, farm-fresh ingredients. Quench your thirst with our impressive craft beer lineup, 12 brews on tap, over 120 bottles to explore. From the first sip to the last bite, Station 101 delivers an experience that's anything but ordinary. Station 101 in DuBois, PA, crafted for you. Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're finally here at Jack Critchfield Park on the campus of Slippery Rock University. A game that was supposed to start at 4:30, starting 3 hours late because of weather and a delay that happened during Freedom's 2-0 win over Mercyhurst Prep in the opener here at Jack Critchfield Park. It is the PIAA Class 1A semifinals. Clarion, Eden Christian, two teams that have represented the West in the last 2 years in the PIAA championship game. Eden Christian, last year's runner-up. Clarion, of course, the 2023 PIAA Class 1A champion. So lots of experience out there, lots of state title game experience out there for both of these teams. Eden Christian enters this game with a record of, hold on here a second, folks. I had it and then I lost it. Record of 16 wins and 5 losses. Wow, the Clarion Bobcats come in with a mark of 16-6. Eden Christian in the first round defeated District 9 champion DuBois Central Catholic 3-0 on a Noah Emsweiler 3-run homer in Emsweiler's left-handed arm. Emsweiler will go today for the Warriors of Eden Christian. Clarion coming off of a 15-5 win over Greensburg Central Catholic in the quarterfinals right here at Slippery Rock on Thursday. Great relief performance there from Dylan Smale. Dylan's brother Derek, the hero of the first round win over Sarah Catholic, a 3-2 win on the strength of a Derek Smale 3-run homer in the 6th inning. They beat the WPIL champions. They've also taken out the WPIL 4th place team in Greensburg Central Catholic. So I guess you could say if Clarion wins this one, you could hand them the Whitfield title too if you really wanted to. So the Bobcats and the Warriors coming up after
these messages here on the YDL Sports Network.
Spring into C&A Trees for a summer bursting with beauty. Located just 1.5 miles south of the Clarion Mall, C&A Trees has everything you need. Gorgeous flowers, thriving plants, sturdy trees, and premium mulch. Don't miss their charming gift shop while you explore. Open 7 days a week, C&A Trees is your go-to for a stunning summer. Visit cnatrees.com. Follow them on Facebook at CA Trees 814. C&A Trees, where beauty grows. Friends of Clarion Baseball want to wish the Bobcats good luck today. You've had a phenomenal season. Be proud, guys. Good luck today. Eternally Clean Cemetery and Monument Service is the top choice for honoring loved ones with headstone cleaning and flower assortments. Call Corey at 814-227-9370 or Samantha at 814-227-9913 for a free estimate. Visit their Facebook page or eternally-clean.com to learn more. Let your loved one's headstone shine with their Resting Clean promise. Truck buying and repair at its finest. That's what you get at Ascendance Truck Centers in Clarion, Erie, and Youngstown. Ascendance Truck Centers, the Clarion location previously known as Zocro Motors, has been in the same location since 1940 and is part of the largest international dealer network in Pennsylvania. At Ascendance Truck Center in Clarion, you get the same great service to customers with the same great people serving you. Ascendance is locally owned, but with more ways to serve you in the trucking industry. Visit us in person on the Greenville, Pike, and Clarion, or at our Erie and Youngstown locations, or online at ascendancetrucks.com. Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed.
All American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving can do almost anything on almost everything. We're your one-stop shop for your custom needs. All American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving. We can do almost anything on almost everything.
A good garbage company is like a good utility player. You don't realize you need one until you don't have one. For great dependable garbage service in Clarion County, no one does it better than Larson's Garbage Service. Locally owned and active in the community for over 50 years, Larson's offers flat rates that are easy to understand with no hidden fees and no contracts. Find out more at larsonsgarbageservice.com. Are you planning for retirement? Looking for other investment opportunities? Then you want to stop by Best Wealth Management at the Corners in Shippenville. At Best Wealth Management, they'll plan, invest, and secure for you. Call Matt Best today at 814-227-2800 or visit them online today. Security and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, registered investment advisor, member FINRA, SIPC. You'll always score a great deal on your mobile home and other home improvement supplies when you go to Tempa Supply and Service, located next to Showcase Homes in Ray's Corners, halfway between Clarion and Shippenville. Tempa Supply and Service is your one-stop shop for high-quality home parts, including doors, windows, furnaces, steps, and essential supplies. Creating champions is what we do at the Garage in Shippenville. The Garage is Clarion County's premier indoor hitting and pitching facility, offering one-on-one instruction to athletes of all ages. Join one of our group sessions now by contacting the Garage at 814-918-2123. And did you know the Garage is more than just about baseball and softball? We now have the True Golf Simulator where you can hone your game all year round. Like the Garage on Facebook today.
We're back here. This is an audio-only broadcast being brought to you today locally by CNA Trees, Friends of Clarion Baseball, Eternally Clean Cemetery and Monument Service, and Ascendance Trucking. As the teams are now at home plate getting ready for the exchanging of lineups, Clarion will be the home team, understanding that Eden Christian won the toss and decided they wanted to be the visitors. So Clarion will be the home team. The Bobcats will send out to the mound Derek Smale. Smale, the senior, pitched in the state title game 2 years ago. He comes in with a record of 5 wins and 3 losses, 2.46 earned run average, and 31 1/3 innings pitched. Derek has given up 35 hits, 25 walks, has struck out 42. Eden Christian will send out the following lineup against him. Leading off will be their center fielder, Jacob Janicki. Batting second and shortstop, Brett Feldman. Batting third and playing over at first base, Brady Hall. Batting fourth, doing the pitching, Noah Emsweiler. Batting fifth, the catcher, Josh Tilden. Batting sixth and in left field, Levi DeFazio. Batting seventh. And over at third base, Christian Watkins. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Levi Parrott. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Luke Burford. So it'll be Janicki, Feldman, Hall, Emsweiler, Tilden, DeFazio, Watkins, Parrott, and Burford for Eden Christian. Emsweiler will be on the mound for the Warriors. He has a 1.58 earned run average. 53 and a third innings pitched. He has given up 35 hits, 16 walks, struck out 77, shut out DuBois Central Catholic in the in the opening round victory. Eden Christian coming off of a semifinal win over Homer Center, 16-6 in 5 innings. So Clarion will send this lineup up against Emsweiler. They'll lead off with their second baseman, Dylan Smale. Batting second and playing over at first base, Noah Harrison. Batting third, doing the pitching, Derek Smale. Batting fourth and doing the catching, Hayden Weber. Batting fifth in the shortstop today, Ethan Rex. Batting sixth in center field, Wyatt Watterson. Batting seventh and in left field, Parker Miller. Batting eighth and over at third base, Carter Hyman. And batting ninth, the designated hitter and the hero of the game on Thursday, Billy Kale. So it's Dylan Smale, Harrison, Derek Smale, Weber, Rex, Watterson, Miller, Hyman, and Kale for Rob Jewett's Clarion Bobcats. We're going to take an opportunity to step aside once again and thank some of our sponsors. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network. Listening today to high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network.
In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And DuBois Lanes on the Beeline in DuBois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At DuBois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. DuBois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals.
We think Rossbacker Insurance is a place for you and for your family, for your individuals, for your businesses, because we want to be your insurance advisor. We're local, we're knowledgeable, we have contracts with all different insurance carriers to customize and fit the right insurance program for your needs. We're here, you can come sit down with us, talk to us one-on-one, sit across from the kitchen table, sit across from our desks, and we can give you good insurance advice, how you can save money, where you don't want to save money and skimp out on coverage. And so we're there to help balance that and give you good insurance advice, good risk management advice. So after you have a claim disaster, you can have confidence that your family, your businesses, your cars, your assets are best protected.
Howdy, rodeo fans. The North Washington Rodeo saddling up August 12th through the 16th. Y'all come see bronco riding, barrel racing, bull riding, and more. Gates swing open at 6 p.m. Show kicks off at 8. Get there early. Chow down at the social hall from 4 to 7 with nightly specials. Missing dinner? No sweat. We got heaps of concessions during the show. Find us at 2225 Oneida Valley Road, Petrolia, PA. Mosey on over to northwashingtonvfd.com/rodeo for details. Rain or shine, this show's a go.
When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook. We're back here getting ready for Clarion and Eden Christian, this audio-only broadcast. Derek Smale finishing up his warm-up tosses. Clarion's defense looks like this. Over at first base, it's Noah Harrison. At second, it's Dylan Smale. At short, Ethan Rex. Over at third, Carter Hyman. In left field, it is Parker Miller. In center, Wyatt Watterson. In right, Gabe Anderson. and Hayden Weber doing the catching for Derek Smale. So it's Harrison, Dylan Smale, Rex, and Hyman first to third. Miller, Watterson, Anderson left to right. Weber doing the catching for Derek Smale. And Smale's first pitch of the game in there for called strike one. So Clarion gets it started out quickly here with a strike. There's called strike two. District 10 umpiring crew out here for today's game. 0-2 pitch coming from Derek Smale. Way outside, and it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jacob Janicki, hitting .381 with a homer and 18 driven in. First 4 in this lineup for Eden Christian. Really, really good. After that, it really drops off, as we'll get into here in a minute, as Derek Smale ready with the 1-2 delivery. Fouled out of play over the first base bullpen area. First base dugout occupied by Eden Christian. They're in solid red tops with white numbers and white lettering. Clarion in its classic Bobcat pinstripes with white uniforms, black pinstripes. And there's strike 3 called, or not called, I'm sorry. It was a swing and a miss. 1 away here in the Eden Christian first inning. That'll bring up Brett Feldman. He's hitting .429. Brady Hall will follow at .554. Then Noah Emsweiler at .476. After that, the averages are 183, 230, 327, 83, and 216. So real key here for Derek Smale to get the top of the order. There's a called strike. No balls and 1 strike on Feldman. He's hitting .429, like I said, with 14 driven in. Smales 0-1 delivery. Ground ball. Shortstop Rex over. Throw across to Harrison in time. There's 2 away now here in the Eden Christian first inning. That'll bring up Brady Hall. He's hitting .554, team leading 3 homers, and a team leading 42 driven in for Hall. So Smale set with the first pitch to Brady Hall. Inside, ball 1. Smale ready with the 1-0 pitch to Hall. That's low, and now it's 2-0 to Hall. Emsweiler's on deck, so you don't really want to walk around Hall as good as he's been this year. Smale, 2-0 pitch. That ball is popped up. Harrison's going to give it a look, but it's going to be well out of play. Hits the roof, in fact, over the grandstands, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 balls and a strike on Hall. 2 outs, nothing going on here in the top of the first for Eden Christian. Derek Smale's 2-1 pitch. That ball is driven out into the right center field gap. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Right fielder Anderson's going to have to track it down. Hall's on his way to second. He's going to stand there with a double. So it's a 2-out double for Brady Hall. So that'll bring up Noah Emsweiler. If I'm Clarion, I'm not so certain I don't just put Emsweiler on here. Why even throw to him? He's hitting .476. The next guy's hitting .183. But it looks like they're going to pitch to him. So they are going to pitch to Emsweiler. Again, I'm not sure why you'd play with fire here, but that's why Rob Jewett gets paid the money, and I get to just announce for you. First pitch to Emsweiler. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. No balls and 1 strike on the left-handed hitting Emsweiler. Hall's at second. 2 outs, here in the top of the first inning. Smale checks the runner. 0-1. There's a called strike, and now it's no balls and 2 strikes. So Smale ahead of Emsweiler, 0-2. A chance to get out of this mini jam here in the first with a runner at second and 2 outs. Smale checks the runner at second. Delivers the 0-2. Fouled out of play over the third base dugout occupied by the Clarion Bobcats. Remains no balls and 2 strikes on Emsweiler. Emsweiler, the big 3-run home run off of Carter Himes in the first round win at DuBois Central Catholic at Stern Field a week ago. Smale checking the runner at second. Delivers the 0-2 way outside, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 on Emsweiler. Hall's at second after the 2-out double. Smale checks Hall. Brings it home. That ball is hit to medium depth left field along the line. Miller's there, and the inning is over. For Eden Christian, no runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left on base. At the end of a half an inning, it is Eden Christian nothing, Clarion coming to bat here on the YDL Sports Network.
Hoop Junkies! Much Game Athletics is slamming it this June with 2 epic basketball events. June 13th and 14th, the girls shootout and team camp at Lakeview. JV and varsity games just $60 a game. Register by May 31st. Then June 21st, the boys shootout at Penn West Clarion University. 2 courts, only $225 per team. Call Jeff Pauly at 814-671-1176 or email muchgame649@gmail.com to sign up today. Much Game Athletics, where hoops come alive. Register today.
All American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving can do almost anything on almost everything. We're your one-stop shop for your custom needs. All American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving. We can do almost anything on almost everything.
The Brooks U.R. Ledbetter Sports Person of the Year Award is back. This award and scholarship honors senior athletes from District 9 or District 10 who've competed for a full season and shine as good people, leaders, and community change makers. Contact the YDL Sports Network today to find out how to apply.
You've got dreams. Might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
Are you planning for retirement, looking for other investment opportunities? Then you want to stop by Best Wealth Management at the Corners in Shippenville. At Best Wealth Management, they'll plan, invest, and secure for you. Call Matt Best today at 814-227-2800 or visit them online today. Security and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, registered investment advisor, member FINRA, SIPC.
Back here as we go to the bottom of the first inning, Noah Emsweiler on the mound again with that 1.58 earned run average. Talking to head coach Mark Feldman before the game, he was telling me 4-pitch mix, fastball to both the 4-seamer and the 2-seamer, and also a curveball and a really good changeup. So Emsweiler will face Dylan Smale, Noah Harrison, and Derek Smale here in the first inning for the Bobcats.
Leading off for Clarion, number 6, Dylan Smale.
First pitch to Dylan Smale, misses, ball 1. So one of the things that didn't happen when Emsweiler pitched against DuBois Central Catholic is this one is fouled out of play, 1 ball and 1 strike. Cardinals never really were able to put a whole lot of pressure on the lefty, so it was a fairly comfortable outing. See what happens if Clarion can get some base runners going here today. 1-1 pitch. That misses outside. Now it's 2-1. 2-1 on Dylan Smale, hitting .323 in the year, a homer and 9 driven in for the leadoff man, the sophomore. 2-1 pitch. That's high. Now it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike on Dylan Smale, leading off the Clarion first inning. Wide into 3-1. That's outside, ball 4. So Dylan Smale draws a leadoff walk. Noah Harrison to the plate for the Bobcats. Harrison hitting .322, a homer and 18 RBIs. Starter on that state title game state title winning team 2 years ago. They beat DuBois Central Catholic in an all District 9 state title. Winner plays Southern Fulton at 10:30 a.m. on Thursday at Lebrano Park at Medler Field at Lebrano Park on the campus of Penn State University. Ball one here to Harrison. So Emsweiler struggling a little bit with his control early on. That's high, and now it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on Noah Harrison. Dylan Smales at first. He's being held there by Hall. We'll set the defense for the Warriors of Eden Christian here in a moment. 2-0 pitch. That's a called strike, and it's 2-1. So Hall's at first. Luca Natali's at second. Feldman's the shortstop. Watkins is at third. DeFazio's in left. Janicki is in center. Burford's in right. Josh Tilton doing the catching for Noah Emsweiler, who throws over. Back in safely is Smale. So it's Hall, Natali, Feldman, Watkins, first to third. DeFazio, Janicki, and Burford left to right. And Tilden doing the catching for Emsweiler, who now throws ball 3. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike on Noah Harrison. And now the catcher, Josh Tilden's going to go out and have a little conversation with his junior lefty. If you're just joining us, this game just getting underway. The Mercyhurst Prep and Freedom game won by Freedom 2-0 in the 2A semifinals prior to this. Had a 2-hour and 55-minute rain delay that started at 3:30. Game resumed just before 6:30 at 6:25. And so this game just getting underway. We are in the bottom of the first inning. 3-1 delivery to Harrison is fouled out of play, and now it's 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes here on Harrison. Dylan Smale takes his lead. 3-2 delivery. Harrison, fly ball towards right. Burford towards the line will make the catch. And there's one away here in the Clarion first inning. So that'll bring up Derek Smale. Derek Smale having himself a year. 484, 6 homers, 26 driven in. Had the big 3-run homer in the first round win over Sarah Catholic and Norman High School a week ago. Also homered in a loss to DuBois Central Catholic in the District 9 title game 2 Mondays ago. So we'll see if the Monday magic continues for Smale as he takes strike 1 on the inside corner. Brother Dylan's at first. Takes his lead, being held there by Hall. Fakes the bluff. Doesn't go, and it's inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 on Derek Smale. That misses low, and it's 2-1 on Smale. Eden Christian 1-2 against Sarah Catholic this year. The team Clarion beat in the first round. 2 balls, 1 strike. There goes the runner. He bluffs. Now Costa dive back in, and he's safe. So Smale took about 6 or 7 steps towards second, then put on the brakes. Had to get back as Tilden threw behind him. He is safe. And it's now 3-1 on Derek Smale with Hayden Weber on deck. 3-1 pitch. Runner goes, and Smale fouls that one out of play down the right field side. And it's now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Derek Smale. So Dylan Smale bluffed twice and went that time. Throw over, back in safely standing up is Dylan Smale. So once again, winner gets Southern Fulton. Southern Fulton, a 3-0 winner over Nativity BVM. Southern Fulton, the team Clarion beat 2 years ago in the state semifinals. Bobcats looking for their 3rd state championship game appearance since 2017. Payoff pitch is upstairs and outside. Ball 4, 2nd walk of the inning by Emsweiler. And now the Bobcats have something going for Hayden Weber. So Derek Smale jogging down to first base. We'll see if they let him run or if they'll put in a runner for him here. Looks like they're going to let Derek run for now. As Weber stands up to the plate. Emsweiler checks the runners. First pitch to Hayden Weber, swings through it, strike 1. So Southern Fulton got to go through the Eastern bracket this year. defeats Nativity BVM 3-0 earlier today at Spring Grove Intermediate School. There's a called strike, and now it's no balls and 2 strikes. Hayden Weber, I don't think, liked that call very much, kind of shook his head. No balls, 2 strikes on Weber. The Smale brothers occupy first and second with 1 out here in the first inning. No score, Eden Christian and Clarion. There's a little ground ball. Nobody's covering first, and Weber's going to be safe on an infield single on a mistake by Eden Christian not covering first base. So Smale hits the little dribbler down the first base line. And neither the second baseman, Natali, or the pitcher, Elmsweiler, got over to cover. And Weber diving in. Looks like he's a little shaken up. He's trying to walk it off right now. They could courtesy run for him if they wanted to, as he's the catcher. But he's going to, let's see, are they going to keep him in? They're going to keep him in. As Ethan Rex comes to the plate, hitting .250 with 13 driven in. Big opportunity here early for the Bobcats with the bases loaded. Swing and a miss by Rex, strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike on Ethan Rex. Next pitch in there for a called strike 2. And it's 0-2 on Rex. So Rex was the only Bobcat without a hit in the quarterfinal win. Did have 2 walks in that game. 0-2 pitch, fouled straight back. Rex was right on that one. So 0-2 on Rex. Emsweiler trying to work out of a bases loaded jam here in the first. The lefty has a signal. Delivers the 0-2. Little grounder. This is going to be a tough play, but it's a foul ball as it ends up going foul down the third base side. That would have probably scored Dylan Smale if it had stayed fair, but it was fouled by a bunch, actually. It wasn't quite as close as I made it sound. Apologize. Off the bat, it looked like it had a chance to go fair, but it ended up fouled by a good 6-7 feet, just outside of what would be the dirt area of home plate. Of course, all artificial field here at Jack Critchfield, so it just looks like dirt. It's not really dirt. Remains 0-2 here on Ethan Rex. Emsweiler's 0-2, called strike 3. That pitch was a little high. Rex didn't like the call. Emsweiler will take it, and there's 2 outs now here, and it is up to Wyatt Watterson. Watterson just hitting 135 on the year, but he's had a knack for big hits in the postseason. Had a big double in the semifinal District 9 win over Elk County Catholic, and then delivered a big triple to break a tie against Greensburg Central Catholic in the 5th inning before the rains came on Thursday. A 2-run triple into the gap. Takes ball 1 outside, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Noah Emsweiler comes set. Delivers the 1-0. Swing and a miss right through it. 1 ball and 1 strike on Watterson. So Emsweiler being made to work here in the first inning, but has an opportunity to get out of the jam. 1-1 on Watterson. Bases loaded, 2 outs for the Bobcats. Ground ball towards second. Second baseman Natali. Throw to first in time, and Emsweiler is able to escape the jam for Clarion in the first. No runs, a hit. There were 2 walks, and the bases are left loaded. At the end of 1 full inning, it's Clarion 0, Eden Christian 0 here on the YDL Sports Network.
Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tonesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front 9, coupled with a back 9 situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com. Allegheny Electric Service of St. Mary's has been providing industrial and commercial electrical solutions for over 35 years. They offer complete design, build, installation, and maintenance of automated systems for a variety of industries. Allegheny Electric designs and installs wiring and lighting for any size project, big or small. And when you find yourself in a jam, they'll get your machine or facility back up and running in no time. Call Allegheny Electric Service at 814-781-1940 or visit AlleghenyElectric.com.
Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695. So we go to the second in a scoreless game. Clarion had a golden opportunity, bases loaded, and just one out. But the strikeout looking of Ethan Rex was followed by the ground out by Wyatt Watterson to quell that. For Eden Christian here in the second, it'll be Tilden, DeFazio, and Watkins. 5, 6, and 7. Tilden takes strike one. That ball is popped high in the air. Derek Smale off the mound in front of the plate makes the catch. One away here in the Eden Christian second inning. I think I had third inning up on the scoreboard. We'll bring up DeFazio. DeFazio, first pitch swinging, fouls it away, strike one. So in addition to Freedom beating Mercyhurst Prep, the Fort LaBeouf softball team lost to Kenderdale earlier today. There's strike two. And Cambridge Springs softball losing right now to Union Newcastle, 5-0 in the fifth. So out of District 9 and District 10, his ball one is taken. Clarion looks to be the last hope for getting a team to the state title game, something that has happened in every year since 2022, as that one misses low, and now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch. That's low, and now it's 3-2. So Derek Smale got ahead of DeFazio, 0-2, and now is throwing 3 straight balls, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Way outside, ball 4. But there's one thing that's kind of been a bugaboo at times for Smale this year. It's been the walks. That's his 26th walk in 32 and 2/3 innings. Bring up Christian Watkins, 327, 19 driven in. Bobcats will play at double play depth. Now it's 5 straight balls thrown by Smale. Quick throw over, diving back in safely is DeFazio. Smale's 1-0. Right there for a strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Ball 1 strike here on Christian Watkins, the junior. 1-1 pitch. Called, strike 2, and now it's 1-2. So Eden Christian graduated 4 players from last year's team that was PIAA runners-up. Clarion, of course, Smale and Harrison, the 2 remaining starters from the team 2 years ago. That ball is popped high in the air. Shortstop Rex coming in front of second base, behind the mound, makes the catch. There are now 2 away here in the Eden Christian second inning.
Now batting number 24, Levi Parrott.
Bring up Levi Parrott, the designated hitter, hitting .083 with 4 RBIs. I mean, that's in 24 plate appearances for Parrott. He's 2 for 24 on the year. Throw over, back in safely was the runner DeFazio. So DeFazio will take his lead. Harrison holding him on. Smale delivers the pitch. There's a called strike. So 0-1 on Levi Parrott with Levi DeFazio at first. That's outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch. Ground ball towards second. Second baseman Dylan Smale will take it to the bag himself. And the inning is over. For Eden Christian in the second, no runs, no hits. There was a walk and 1 left on base. At the end of 1.5 innings here in Slippery Rock, it is Clarion nothing and Eden Christian nothing here on the YDL Sports Network.
Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed. A good garbage company is like a good utility player. You don't realize you need one until you don't have one. For great dependable garbage service in Clarion County, no one does it better than Larson's Garbage Service. Locally owned and active in the community for over 50 years, Larson's offers flat rates that are easy to understand with no hidden fees and no contracts. Find out more at larsonsgarbageservice.com. When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
Back here at Critchfield Park as we head to the bottom of the second inning with Clarion and Eden Christian tied at 0 as it'll be the bottom third of the order. Miller, Hyman, and Kale for the Bobcats. Strike 1 to Parker Miller. Saw Parker's brother Tanner before the game sitting with Bryce Brinkley. Both of those guys were members of Clarion's state championship game team 2 years ago. That's inside, and it's 1-1 here on the sophomore Parker Miller. So Tanner and Brinkley, both starters in the outfield. There's a little chopper foul down the third base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. They got themselves some nice seats behind home plate here today at Jack Critchfield Park. All artificial turf, has green stripes coming straight at you from the outfield into the infield. Big SR out in center field is just getting a piece of that one was Miller to keep alive, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes remaining. Miller hitting .286 on the season, driven in 14. Dad Rick, an assistant coach on this year's team. Winding the 1-2, that's way outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nothing else. They're making Emsweiler throw some pitches here. He threw 28 in the first inning, up to 5 already here in the second. 2-2 delivery. That ball is hit out into right. That could be trouble. Coming in as the right fielder. He drops it. And Miller doesn't stop. He's on his way to second, and he'll be in there with a 2-base error as the ball is dropped out in right field by the right fielder, Burford. So the right fielder, Burford, got over there, had it in his glove, and just dropped it. It was a long run, but I mean, the ball was right there. Had the opportunity to make the catch, couldn't hold on. And now Clarion, another runner in scoring position for Carter Hyman, freshman Hyman. Check of the runner at second, pitch to Hyman. He tries to lay down a bunt, fouls it away, strike 1. Doesn't get talked about enough here. Oh, they call a balk there? Called strike 1. They said he must have been a wild pitch because Parker Miller's now at third. I thought he touched that bunt. I guess he didn't foul it off. So Miller's at third, and there's a called strike, and now it's 0-2 here on Carter Hyman. So Hyman must have just missed it, and then it goes off the glove of the catcher. So the pass ball has a runner at third. And then swing and a miss, strike 3. Hyman goes down on strike. Second strikeout for Emsweiler. Now Billy Kale to the plate. So it'll be lefty on lefty here. First pitch to Kale. Outside, ball one. Kale had 4 hits in that win over Greensburg Central Catholic. Kale lofts that one. Shortstop, Feldman near the outfield break and makes the catch. And now there's 2 away. And now for a second straight inning, an opportunity for Emsweiler to get out of what is a massive problem. Clarion had a runner at third with 1 out last inning, couldn't bring him home. And now 2 outs here after having a runner at third with nobody out here in the second, and it's up to Dylan Smale. Emsweiler's first pitch to Smale, couldn't hold up, strike 1. So you hate to be that guy, but if Clarion leaves another runner at third with less than 2 outs, you start wondering if it just isn't their day. As Smale fouls that away, and now it's no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 on Dylan Smale. Parker Miller at third with 2 outs. He was there with nobody out. Wind in the 0-2. Fouled away, remains 0-2. Emsweiler, though, up to 41 pitches. So, again, if nothing else, Clarion making him throw a bunch of pitches here. 42 now, actually, after that foul ball. So, 0-2 pitch. That's way outside, and it's 1-2. So, 1-2 here on Dylan Smale. Miller takes his lead off at third. Emsweiler has his sign, working quickly. Smale, foul ball. That's going to get out of play into the bullpen. So, again, Dylan Smale doing a nice job battling here and, again, making him throw pitches. Clarion trying to take advantage of the air. But Dylan Smale down in the count, 1-2. Emsweiler's 1-2 pitch. High. It's now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Dylan Smale. Parker Miller takes his lead off at third. Noah Emsweiler ready with the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he does it. He gets out of the jam again. Clarion has now left 3 in scoring position. All 3 of them, including 2 at third base, were there with less than 2 outs. No runs, no hits in air, and 1 left on base. We head to the third inning. It is Clarion nothing, Eden Christian nothing here on the YDL Sports Network.
Howdy, rodeo fans. The North Washington Rodeo saddling up August 12th through the 16th. Y'all come see bronco riding, barrel racing, bull riding, and more. Gates swing open at 6 p.m. Show kicks off at 8. Get there early. Chow down at the social hall from 4 to 7 with nightly specials. Missing dinner? No sweat. We got heaps of concessions during the show. Find us at 2225 Oneida Valley Road, Petrolia, PA. Mosey on over to northwashingtonvfd.com/rodeo for details. Rain or shine, this show's a go. This is Chris Rossetti from the YDL Sports Network, and I want to tell you about my friends at the Rehab Center, Chiropractors Caring for Health, with 8 locations to serve you, including in Clarion, Brookville, and Katanning. I've been going to the Rehab Center since 2009, and I wouldn't trust my back and neck health to anyone else. The Rehab Centers include 3 D9 athletic alums, and Isaac Greeley of Port Allegheny, Matt Brush of Brookville, and Derek Mason of Cameron County, along with 4 additionally highly trained chiropractors, including Jason Jacobs. Find out more at therehabcenters.com. That's the Old English spelling of centers with an RES at the end.
So we go to the third inning, still no score. Clarion's had runners all over the place, can't get them home. They've stranded 4, including 3 in scoring position. It'll be Burford and then the top of the lineup, Janicki and Feldman for Eden Christian. Luke Burford hitting .216 on the year, takes ball 1. Winding the 1-0. That's inside corner, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Derek Smale ready with the 1-1. That's low, and now it's 2-1. With the top of the lineup and what they hit, if you're Derek Smale, you want to get Janicki here to Burford here leading off. Misses that one, though, and it's 3-1. So not be an ideal time for Smale to walk a guy hitting .216, but sometimes just can't control that. Just a game. Throws that one right in there, and it's 3-2. Took something off of it to make sure he threw a strike. And I think he's got to do the same thing right now. Make Burford earn his way on. Wind in the 3-2. Ground ball. Dylan Smale stops it, but can't throw him out. That's going to be a base hit as he slips as he tried to throw him out. It's going to be a leadoff single for Burford. Second hit of the game for Eden Christian, and they've got their leadoff man on, and it's a big one. The leadoff batter in the inning being the number 9 hitter, and now they turn it back over to the top of the order. Jacob Janicki came in hitting .381 with the homer and 18 RBIs. He struck out in the first. Smale throw over, diving back in ahead of the tag by Harrison is Burford. Eden Christian over near the Mount Nebo exit off of 79. Other throw over, back in again safely is Burford. Smale's pitch showing bunt. Janicki bunts it foul, strike one. So 0-1 on Janicki. Feldman is next. Throw over, back in just ahead of the tag by Harrison was the runner Burford. Harrison kind of wanted that call, didn't get it. No balls and 1 strike here to Janicki. Smale brings it home, showing bunt, pulls back, and it's a strike, and now it's no balls and 2 strikes. Clarion would love a ground ball right now at one of the middle infielders. No balls, 2 strikes on Janicki. Derek Smale's pitch misses, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Janicki. Burford after the infield singles at first. Smale ready with the 1-2 patch, and that's fouled out of play. It remains 1-2. This game has the feel of one that it's not going to take very many runs to score to win. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Throw over to first. Back in safely is Burford. Derek Smale peers in. Delivers the 1-2. Fouled away. Was hit hard down the right field side, but way foul. Hit off the first base dugout fence. Bounds into right field where Gabe Anderson will throw it into the first base coach for Eden Christian. Another throw over. Again, diving back in safely is Burford. Smale comes set. 1-2 delivery. Line drive. Fair ball down the right field line. That was just fair. It's going to rattle into the corner. Anderson's over to get it. On his way home and scoring is Burford. On his way to third is Janicki with a triple, and it's 1-0 Eden Christian. So Eden Christian takes the 1-0 lead here. As that ball found chalk down the right field line. And that'll bring up Feldman now with a runner at third, and the Warriors up 1-0. Clarion will bring the infield in with nobody out, and Eden Christian now up 1-0. That ball is popped up. Hyman can't see it, and it's going to be Rex, and he can't make the catch as with the infield in. Parker Miller's got to come harder after that ball in foul territory. I don't think any of them actually saw where it was right away. And it's no balls and 1 strike on Feldman. That's a play that's really tough for the infielders because they're in. Left fielder needs to come over and take charge, but that's a long run. The dimensions here are like major league quality. 315 down the lines, 375 power hour, 400 to center field. Symmetrical all the way around. So lots of room to cover out there, and Clarion just couldn't quite get to that. 0-1 pitch here. Called, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Smale ready with the 0-2. Way outside, and it's 1-2. So Clarion had the bases loaded, one out in the first, couldn't score. Had a runner at third, nobody out last inning and couldn't score. Eden Christian gets the infield single followed by the triple, and they've got a 1-0 lead here in the third, and still runner at third with nobody out. High and tight, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Smale peers in. Delivers the 2-2. Misses low, and now it's 3-2. It doesn't get any easier after this. You've got Hall on deck, who came in hitting .554 with 3 homers and 42 driven in, and he's already doubled today. He's on deck, and then Emsweiler after him. So Derek Smale checks the runner third. Pay off pitch. That ball is hit into deep center field. Watterson going back. This is going to score the run from third on the sacrifice fly to center by Feldman, and it's 2-0 in favor of Eden Christian. So Eden's broken through here in the first or in the third with a pair of runs so far. They lead 2-0. That'll bring up Hall. They appealed over at third. He was called safe. So Brady Hall at the plate. Derek Smale's pitch. Hall, first pitch swinging, hits one into left field for a base hit. Miller over into the gap to cut it off and hold Hall to a single, but it's the third hit of the inning off of Derek Smale.
Now batting number 25, Noah Emsweiler.
So now Noah Emsweiler with just 1 out and a runner at first. 2 runs in for Eden here in the second or in the third. They lead 2-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Infield single by the number 9 hitter Burford after Smale fell behind 3-1. Then Janicki with the RBI triple, Feldman with the sacrifice fly, and now Hall with the single as their strike 2 to Emsweiler, who flew out to left in his first at bat. No balls, 2 strikes. Derek Smale waves off the catcher. Weber now has what he wants. Here's the 0-2 delivery. That ball is popped up and out of play. Down the left field side, it remains no balls and 2 strikes. Smale's throw over, back in safely is Hall at first. Another throw over to first, just back in. That time was Hall. Remains 0-2 on Emsweiler. Smale comes set. Runner takes off. Line drive, and it hits the umpire. It hits the umpire. Oh, that line drive just took out the umpire who was behind second base, or behind the pitcher's mound. There's a rule here, and I'm not 100% certain what that rule is with the ball hitting the umpire here. So we're going to have to wait and see how it all lines out. I don't know if that's a hit. Again, there is a rule about the ball hits the umpire. Batter should be awarded first. And a dead ball happens. So I think actually, I don't know. They're going to have to discuss this. Umpire looks like he's okay. Now, Rob Jewett wants to go out and have a conversation as to what happens here. Well, now he's just going to go out and talk to Derek Smale. So I think the runners are going to be at first and second here. Justin Skiba, if you're listening, why don't you chime in on that one on our comment section and then explain it to folks so I can explain it to folks. So I think it goes in the books as a base hit as it hits the umpire. It hit the umpire he was in the infield grass behind the pitcher's mound. I've looked up some. So I think it just goes in the books as a base hit, looking at things. So be another hit as Josh Tilden comes to the plate. The umpire looks like he's okay out there. So ball hitting the umpire. Ball hits a batter hits a line drive that strikes the umpire in fair territory. The ball was dead and the batter's awarded first base. Any runners on base are forced to advance. So that's exactly what we had happen there. Tilden with a drive to deep left. Well, it turns out to be medium left as making the catch out there is Miller. There'll now be 2 away here in the third inning. Couple of runs home. And Levi DeFazio at the plate. DeFazio walked in his first plate appearance and inning ago. So Evan Snowberger, assistant coach at DCC, confirms what I thought there was the case. Thank you, Evan. Ball 1 inside here to DeFazio. So the runners advance to second. It's a base hit. I think it goes in the books as a base hit. There's a ground ball through a vacated hole over at shortstop, and then it goes through the left fielder Miller, and it's going to roll, and runners are going to run forever. 1 run's home. A second run's coming home. And Clarion playing their shortstop Rex all the way over by second base, get burned with a ball that should have been where the shortstops played. And 2 runs score. Now it's 4-0 Eden Christian. So it's going to be an RBI single for DeFazio through the vacated hole at shortstop as Rex was way over by second base. And then the ball goes right through the legs of the left fielder Miller. That's going to allow Emsweiler to come around and score. And it also allows DeFazio to take second. And now it's 4-0 Eden Christian. And again, I told you last inning, I just didn't like the feel of it after Clarion left runners at third with less than 2 outs in each of the first 2 innings. And now the Bobcats have got some work to do as they're down 4-0 as it's ball 1 here to Christian Watkins, the 8th man to bat in the inning. Now it's 2-0. Two balls and no strikes on Watkins. Runner out at second is DeFazio with the gift single and then the air. I call it a gift because in a normal situation, shortstop should have had that ball, would have been playing over, but Clarion playing at shortstop and second baseman tight up the middle here right now. And it's now 2-1 as a swing and a miss there by Watkins. Wide into 2-1. That catches the inside corner and it's 2-2. Five hits in the inning by the Warriors. 2-2 pitch, way outside. Now it's full, 3-2. Smale peers in, has a sign. Delivers the 3-2. Ball 4. Second walk issued by Smale. And now the ninth man to bat in the inning comes up, Levi Parrott. So disastrous inning for the Bobcats. 4 home already. And now it's ball 1 to Parrott. Inning started with an infield single by Burford where Dylan Smale was able to knock it down going up the middle, couldn't throw him out. 1-0 pitch, misses low, and now it's 2-0. Janicki tripled homer run. After the sacrifice fly by Feldman made it 2-0. Hall had a base hit. Then Emsweiler a base hit off the umpire. After Tilden flew out, DeFazio with the base hit through the vacated hole at shortstop, and then it goes through the right fielder Miller's legs, and now it's 3-0 here on Parrott. That allowed 2 more runs to score, making it 4-0, and now a walk to Watkins, and now it's 3-0 on Parrott. Derek Smale set with the 3-0. Called strike 1, and it's 3-1. This after Clarion had the bases loaded and 1 out in the first and couldn't score, and a runner at third and nobody out in the second and couldn't score. 3-1 pitch coming here to Parrott. Now instead it's going to be a lob toss to second. The runner at second, DeFazio, actually had to duck underneath that throw. It wasn't much of a pickoff. Just kind of a lob toss out there. He ducked and Rex caught it. Remains 3-1 here on the batter, Parrott. Runner dances off a second. Ball 4, back-to-back walks issued here by Smale. The bases are loaded for the man that started the inning. And out comes Rob Jewett, and I think he might be making a pitching change here. As Derek Smale has walked his way into trouble. And in fact, he is going to flip the ball to Rob Jewett, who's going to hand it to Dylan Smale and ask Dylan to get him out of this jam without any more damage being done. 4 runs are in. Derek Smale is responsible for the bases loaded. We'll step aside here on the YDL Sports Network. It's 4-0 Eden Christian. They're still in business here in the third.
You'll always score a great deal on your mobile home and other home improvement supplies when you go to Tempest Supply and Service, located next to Showcase Homes in Rays Corners, halfway between Clarion and Shippenville. Tempest Supply and Service is your one-stop shop for high-quality home parts, including doors, windows, furnaces, steps, and essential supplies. Craft beer, craft food, craft service. You get it all and more at Station 101 in DuBois. Whether it's a relaxing evening with friends at Cozy Family Dinner or that special night out with someone unforgettable, Station 101 is the place where memories are made. Dive into a new American culinary journey where every bite is made with premium, farm-fresh ingredients. Quench your thirst with our impressive craft beer lineup, 12 brews on tap, over 120 bottles to explore. From the first sip to the last bite, Station 101 delivers an experience that's anything but ordinary. Station 101 in DuBois, PA, crafted for you. Creating champions is what we do at the Garage in Shippenville. The Garage is Clarion County's premier indoor hitting and pitching facility, offering one-on-one instruction to athletes of all ages. Join one of our group sessions now by contacting the Garage at 814-918-2123. And did you know the Garage is more than just about baseball and softball? We now have the True Golf Simulator where you can hone your game all year round. Like the Garage on Facebook today.
Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's are premier eye care facilities here in our Tri-County area. Their offices and eye care team are dedicated to providing excellence in patient care, eye education, and optical services. Dr. Greg Lineski is a leader in clinical eye care involving eye and vision disorders. Dr. Lineski takes the time to explain the results of your eye exam, describes your options, and listens to your eye care needs, because maintaining good eye health is an ongoing partnership at Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's.
So Dylan Smale inherits the bases loaded. Derek Smale will go over to play first. Harrison will now be in at second for the Bobcats. But Dylan Smale inherits the bases loaded and 2 outs. 4 runs are already in for Eden Christian. With Emsweiler on the mound, it's imperative that Dylan Smale get out Lucas Burford here. Burford started it with the single off of Dylan Smale's glove. Wasn't really Dylan Smale's fault. He did a great job of getting over to just knock that ball down to start this inning, but Derek Smale's wildness started when he got behind Burford 3-1 and had to throw some balls down the middle. And this first pitch swinging, fly ball to center. Watterson coming in, he's got it. And the inning comes to a merciful end, but not before Eden Christian picks up 4 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. There were an costly error. The bases are left loaded. At the end of 2.5, it is now Eden Christian in front of Clarion by a count of 4-0 here on the YDL Sports Network. We'll be right back.
With locations in Chippenville and Tonesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tonesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tonestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook. Friends of Clarion Baseball want to wish the Bobcats good luck today. You've had a phenomenal season. Be proud, guys. Good luck today. Spring into C&A Trees for a summer bursting with beauty. Located just 1.5 miles south of the Clarion Mall, C&A Trees has everything you need. Gorgeous flowers, thriving plants, sturdy trees, and premium mulch. Don't miss their charming gift shop while you explore. Open 7 days a week, C&A Trees is your go-to for a stunning summer. Visit cnatrees.com. Follow them on Facebook at CA Trees 814. C&A Trees, where beauty grows.
So Clarion's got its work cut out for it as we go to the bottom of the third, now trailing 4-0. It'll be Harrison, Derek Smale, and Hayden Weber, 2 through 4 for the Bobcats against Noah Emsweiler, who pitched his way out of trouble the first 2 innings, throws strike 1. Clarion bases loaded, 1 out in the first, couldn't score. Runner at third, nobody out. Last inning couldn't score. Now they've got to find a way to get to Emsweiler, who's given up just 18 runs all season. That's down low, ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Only 12 of those earned. The tall lefty ready with the 1-1. Harrison pops it up. First baseman Hall's going to take a look, but it's going to be out of play over on the first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Harrison. Wide in the 1-2, way outside, 2-2. One thing the Bobcats do have going for them is Emsweiler's already going to be throwing his 50th pitch here. 2-2. Harrison, fly ball towards right. Right fielder Burford over long, medium right field makes the catch. 1 out in the Clarion third. One thing Clarion's got to remember, you can't get 4 back with 1 swing generally. Kind of last year in their first round loss to Bishop Carroll, I thought the Bobcats kind of squeezed the bats when they got down early in that game. See if they learned something there. Most of these guys weren't in that lineup. They were just sitting on the bench watching. It's strike 1 to Derek Smale. New year, different team. Smale and Harrison, pretty much. Watterson played some last year as well. 0-1 pitch coming to Derek Smale. Called strike inside corner, and it's now no balls and 2 strikes on Smale. He walked in his first at bat. Wide in the 0-2, outside 1-2. Just joining us, Eden Christian, 4 runs in this top of the third inning. Game that started 3 hours past when it was supposed to because of a rain delay in the first game here today. Smale's able to foul that at the plate. Remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wind in the 1-2. That's high off the glove of the catcher, Tilden, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Winding the 2-2. Fouled away, remains 2-2. So Eden Christian didn't score much against DuBois Central Catholics. Carter Himes and Aiden Snowberger pushing just 4 across in that game. But they had 16 in their last one, and there's a swing and a miss. Smale chased one high. 2 away now here in the Clarion third inning, and that'll bring up Hayden Weber. Weber had the infield single in the first inning that loaded the bases with 1 out, but Ensweiler was able to strike out Rex Looking and then got Wyatt Waters to the ground out to get out of that jam. And then last inning, after a 2-base error and a wild pitch pass ball, had Parker Miller at third with nobody out. He struck out Hyman Looking, got Kale to pop up, and then struck out Dylan Smale. Down in the count 2-0, though, here to Hayden Weber. There's a called strike, and it's 2-1. Winding the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes here on Weber. Winding the 2-2. Outside, 3-2. So Union Newcastle has defeated Cambridge Springs. That leaves just this Clarion team alive in baseball and softball. Of course, the Meadville boys volleyball team still alive. They will play tomorrow, 6 o'clock at Sharon High School against Shaler. Meadville, the defending 2A champions in the PIAA. Shaler won the 3A title last year. Championship game would be on Saturday at Rec Hall. And Weber just stood there and took strike 3, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the 4th. Right now, Eden Christian in control, 4-0 over Clarion here on the YDL Sports Network.
Truck buying and repair at its finest. That's what you get at Ascendance Truck Centers in Clarion, Erie, and Youngstown. Ascendance Truck Centers, the Clarion location previously known as Zocro Motors, has been in the same location since 1940 and is part of the largest international dealer network in Pennsylvania. At Ascendance Truck Center in Clarion, you get the same great service to customers with the same great people serving you. Ascendance is locally owned, but with more ways to serve you in the trucking industry. Visit us in person on the Greenville, Pike, and Clarion, or at our Erie and Youngstown locations, or online at ascendancetrucks.com. Eternally Clean Cemetery and Monument Service is the top choice for honoring loved ones with headstone cleaning and flower assortments. Call Corey at 814-227-9370 or Samantha at 814-227-9913 for a free estimate. Visit their Facebook page or eternally-clean.com to learn more. Let your loved one's headstone shine with their Resting Clean promise. Are you planning for retirement, looking for other investment opportunities? Then you want to stop by Best Wealth Management at the Corners in Shippenville. At Best Wealth Management, they'll plan, invest, and secure for you. Call Matt Best today at 814-227-2800 or visit them online today. Security and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, registered investment advisor, member FINRA, SIPC. Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tonesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front nine, coupled with a back nine situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com.
So we go to the 4th, 4-0 Eden Christian in the lead. They'll lead off with their leadoff hitter, Jacob Janicki. Janicki takes strike 1 from Dylan Smale, who got out of the bases loaded jam last inning after Ford crossed, and he replaced his brother, Derek, with the bases loaded. That's up high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 here on Janicki, Feldman, and then Hall. Top of the order. Janicki had the big triple that found Chalk down the right field line last inning. It got the scoring started for Eden Christian. He's down in the count 1-2. Dylan Smale delivers. That's fouled. Chopper down by the Clarion dugout. Remains 1-2. Dylan Smale set with the 1-2. That stays high, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Smale ready with the 2-2. That is fouled out of play. Remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch. Popped up. Right fielder Anderson, second baseman Harrison. Second baseman Harrison in shallow right field makes the catch on the run. 1 away here in the Eden Christian 4th inning. That'll bring up Brett Feldman. Feldman grounded out to short in the first, sacrifice fly to center in the third. It made it 2-0 at the time. 1 out here in the 4th. After Eden Christian scored 4 times in the third, they lead 4-0. Outside, ball 1. Dylan Smales, 1-0 delivery. Floats in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Winding the 1-1. Chopper towards short. Rex charges. Gloves. Fires across to get Feldman 2 away. Nice play there by Ethan Rex. 2 outs for Brady Hall. He's got a double, a single, and a run scored. Dylan Smale with the first pitch to Hall. Down low, ball 1. Dylan's 1-0 pitch. Stays inside on the curveball, and it's 2-0. Emsweiler would be next. Winding the 2-0. That's in there for a called strike, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike here on Hall. Winding the 2-1. Hall drives one into left field. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Miller over to cut it off at the warning track. Throw into second will be cut off. And it's a 2-out double by Hall, his 3rd hit of the game. I'll bring up Emsweiler. Again, I would think that you might see them walk Emsweiler now in this situation. Walk to Emsweiler make the most sense here with 2 outs, runner at second, 4-0 you trail. Don't want to get down any further than that if you're Clarion, but so far, looks like they're going to pitch to him. They're going to attack Emsweiler. He's flown out to left and hit the single off the umpire. Misses low, ball 1. Hall, the runner at second, he doubled. Seventh hit for Eden Christian. Ball 2. You got to wonder if maybe now it's an intentional walk, although if you're going to do that, you may as well have just put them on and save the pitches for Dylan Smale. Turn, throw to second, back in safely as Hall ahead of Rex's tag. 2-0 pitch. Catches the outside corner, 2-1. Winding to 2-1. Way outside, 3-1. 3-1 on Emsweiler. Hall's the runner at second after the 2-out double. Eden Christian looking to add to its 4-0 lead. Dylan Smale trying to keep it right where it's at. Smale peers in, has a sign from Weber, delivers the 3-1. That's a called strike. Quick throw down by Weber. Just back in safely at second is Hall, and now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Weber saw Hall getting a little further off, threw it down to the shortstop Rex covering. But Hall was able to dive in back into the bases. Rex kind of tripped over him. Everybody's okay out there. 3 balls, 2 strikes here on Emsweiler. Dylan Smale checks the runner at second. Comes home with the 3-2. Little chopper out to in front of the plate. And Hayden Weber just threw the ball into right field. Oh, my goodness. Mistake by Hayden Weber, who fielded that, and then it wasn't even close to Derek Smale at first. As it goes flying into right field, that's going to allow the run to score, and now it's 5-0. Weber needed to just eat that ball, and I'm not sure what happened there, as he just airmailed it is all he did. I mean, it wasn't even close to Derek Smale. It was like over between the coach's box and first base where he threw that ball. So run scores, and it's now 5-0 Eden Christian, and Josh Tilden comes to the plate. So the decision to pitch to Emsweiler backfires on the Bobcats, and now it's ball 1 to Tilden. Everybody has a different philosophy there, but Emsweiler hitting 476 coming in, already had a hit. Tilden hitting 183 is 0 for 2 as he takes strike 1. Clarion elected to pitch to the lefty Emsweiler, and it burned him. It didn't hit it hard, but Weber threw it out into right field. 1-1 pitch. That is popped up. Harrison, a few steps out into the outfield, makes the catch, and the inning comes to a close. But not before Eden Christian picks up an unearned run with some 2-out lightning. There was a run, a hit, an error, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's now Eden Christian 5, Clarion 0 here on the YDL Sports Network.
Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695. Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed.
So we got something interesting going on there. Eden Christian's going to take Emsweiler off the mound. They're going to go with Janicki here. Janicki's had a nice season. It isn't Emsweiler-like, though. 196 earned run average on the year. 25 innings pitched, 21 hits, 12 walks, just 24 strikeouts. It's given up just 8 runs. But, you know, I hope this isn't Mark Feldman of Eden thinking, hey, I'm going to save my starter for the championship game on Thursday, because Clarion's bats, they're not bad. Probably the best hitting team in District 9 are the Bobcats, and Emsweiler wasn't great today necessarily, as he did throw 64 pitches, but the only answer here is that they're taking him out to get to the championship game. And I don't know about you folks. I don't like that move if I'm an Eden Christian fan, because I feel like you've got to get to the championship game. Clarion had only one hit off of Emsweiler through 3 innings, and now maybe you give the Bobcats some life against the smaller righty who isn't coming from that left side with speed. We'll see if it works out. It's a gamble, that's for sure, for Eden Christian. First pitch, down low, ball 1. You see this. You see teams try this, and sometimes it works, sometimes it backfires. If you're a Bobcat fan, you hope it backfires. 1-0 pitch, high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. And it's obvious already that Janicki not coming with nearly the speed that Emsweiler was coming with. 2 balls, no strikes here on Ethan Rex. Rex pops it up. Second baseman, center fielder calls him off. And that is the center fielder. Not sure who's out in center now. Emsweiler, the pitcher, out in center field now, makes the catch. 1 away. Bring up Wyatt Watterson. So Emsweiler and Janicki just changed positions there. Watterson takes ball 1. Winding the 1-0. Watterson, ground ball. Second baseman Natali throws over and gets Watterson. 2 away. So far, the pitching change hasn't hurt at all for Eden Christian through 2 batters. Bring up Parker Miller. First pitch from Janicki to Miller. Miller, base hit into left field. First pitch swinging. Lines it in. Second hit of the day for the Bobcats. We'll bring up Carter Hyman.
Now batting number 23, Carter Hyman.
The freshman. Janicki comes set. Runner bluffs. Hyman fouls it away. Strike 1. Winding the 0-1 to Hyman. Hyman, ground ball to the second baseman. Natali up with it. Throw on to first, and the inning comes to a close. In the 4th for Clarion, no runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We head to the 5th. Still, Eden Christian leading Clarion 5-0 here on the YDL Sports Network.
A good garbage company is like a good utility player. You don't realize you need one until you don't have one. For great dependable garbage service in Clarion County, no one does it better than Larson's Garbage Service. Locally owned and active in the community for over 50 years, Larson's offers flat rates that are easy to understand with no hidden fees and no contracts. Find out more at larsonsgarbageservice.com. When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. Howdy, rodeo fans. The North Washington Rodeo saddling up August 12th through the 16th. Y'all come see bronco riding, barrel racing, bull riding, and more. Gates swing open at 6 p.m. Show kicks off at 8. Get there early. Chow down at the social hall from 4 to 7 with nightly specials. Missing dinner? No sweat. We got heaps of concessions during the show. Find us at 22250 Oneida Valley Road, Petrolia, PA. Mosey on over to northwashingtonvfd.com/rodeo for details. Rain or shine. This show's a go.
So we head here to the top of the fifth. It'll be DeFazio, Watkins, and Parrott. 6, 7, and 8 due up for Eden Christian against Dylan Smale in his third now inning of relief. First pitch. Strike one. Wine in the 0-1. That's a little high and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. There's a line drive. Oh, just off the glove of a diving Rex into left field for a base hit. Ethan Rex, outstretched, almost came up with it, but it'll go as a base hit. Runner at first for Christian Watkins. Watkins has popped up and walked in this game. It's high ball 1. It's runner at first, nobody out here for Eden Christian, looking to add to its 5-0 lead. There's a fly ball to deep left field. Miller going back. It's going to be over his head and off the wall. By the time Watterson tracks it down, that's going to score another run. Runner's on his way to third. He'll be there with a triple, and it's now 6-0 in favor of Eden Christian. So Watkins triples into the left center field gap. Makes it 6-0 Warriors. And they're in business with a runner at third here in the fifth for Levi Parrott. So Clarion forced to bring the infield in. Parrott with a drive into left field. Miller going over. He'll make the catch. Runner's going to tag and try to score. He'll score easily. And it is now 7-0 Eden Christian on the sacrifice fly by Levi Parrott. So Dylan Smale, who's been pretty good in relief lately, has given up 3 runs in his outing so far. And it's now 7-0 Eden Christian as Luke Burford steps to the plate. It was Burford's single to start the third that really got things started after the teams went scoreless the first 2. As he swings and misses at that one, strike 1. Clarion had its opportunities early. Bases loaded, 1 out in the first, couldn't score. Runner at third, nobody out in the second, couldn't score. Since then, it's been all Eden Christian as there's ball 1 outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. And there's a ball hit out in to right field for a base hit. Anderson will get over, but it's the second hit of the game for Burford, who came in hitting just .216. And now it'll flip it over to the top of the order, and got to wonder if Clarion will make a move here. Doesn't look like it, so they're going to go with Dylan Smale here with runner at first. 1 out, 2 runs are in, 7-0 Eden Christian here in the fifth. Ball low, ball 1. Now if you're Clarion, you got to start worrying with this top of the order up. You could get 10 runs if you don't watch it. 1 ball, no strikes here. Smales 1-0. There's a called strike, 1-1. Winding to 1-1. That's a curveball in for a strike, and it's 1-2. So with just 9 outs left in this game and trailing by 7, Dylan Smale needs to keep it at a 7-run deficit if you want any hope if you're Clarion. There's a chopper. Nobody's covering first. Derek Smale will have an out at second, though. So on the put out at second, Burbert is out. There's now 2 away for Brett Feldman, who is 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts to the shortstop and a sacrifice fly. So we're going to get a runner over there for Janicki. I can't see who it is from here. So courtesy runner now at first for Feldman. Feldman will go the other way with it into right field for a base hit. And now Brady Hall comes to the plate, and Hall is 3 for 3 with a pair of doubles and 2 runs scored. So Hall is just feasted on Bobcat pitching today. And now an opportunity to completely break this one all the way open. Already 7-0 Eden Christian. Hall, fly ball, center field, Watterson rushing over, right fielder Anderson, no, will cut in front of him to make the catch and end the inning. 2 more runs score on 4 hits. No errors and 2 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Clarion does its work cut out for him. Bobcats trail 7-0 here on the YDL Sports Network.
Friends of Clarion Baseball want to wish the Bobcats good luck today. You've had a phenomenal season. Be proud, guys. Good luck today. Spring into C&A Trees for a summer bursting with beauty. Located just 1.5 miles south of the Clarion Mall, C&A Trees has everything you need. Gorgeous flowers, thriving plants, sturdy trees, and premium mulch. Don't miss their charming gift shop while you explore. Open 7 days a week, C&A Trees is your go-to for a stunning summer. Visit cnatrees.com. Follow them on Facebook at CA Trees 814. C&A Trees, where beauty grows. Truck buying and repair at its finest. That's what you get at Ascendance Truck Centers in Clarion, Erie, and Youngstown. Ascendance Truck Centers, the Clarion location previously known as Acro Motors, has been in the same location since 1940 and is part of the largest international dealer network in Pennsylvania. At Ascendance Truck Center in Clarion, you get the same great service to customers with the same great people serving you. Ascendance is locally owned, but with more ways to serve you in the trucking industry. Visit us in person on the Greenville, Pike, and Clarion, or at our Erie and Youngstown locations, or online at ascendancetrucks.com. Eternally Clean Cemetery and Monument Service is the top choice for honoring loved ones with headstone cleaning and flower assortments. Call Corey at 814-227-9370 or Samantha at 814-227-9913 for a free estimate. Visit their Facebook page or eternally-clean.com to learn more. Let your loved one's headstone shine with their Resting Clean promise.
All American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving can do almost anything on almost everything. We're your one-stop shop for your custom needs. All American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving. We can do almost anything on almost everything.
Back here as we go to the bottom of the 5th, Clarion with its work cut out, trailing 7-0. They'll have Cale, Dylan Smale, and Noah Harrison against Janicki in his second inning of release. Jacob Janicki. Ball 1 to Billy Cale. Cale had a chance back in the second inning with the runner at third and nobody out, or 1 out at that point. Popped up to the shortstop against Emsweiler, the starter. It's up high, 2-0. Clarion needs base runners. They don't care how they get them. Walk, hit, air. They just want base runners. 2 balls, no strikes here on Cale. Wind into 2-0. Cale, fly ball to left. Left fielder DeFazio is right there to make the catch. 1 away here in the Clarion 5th.
Now batting number 6, Dylan Smale.
I'll bring up Dylan Smale. Smale walked in the first, struck out in the second. Clarion had the bases loaded with 1 out in the first, couldn't score. Had the runner at third, nobody out in the second, couldn't score. And since then, Eden Christian's played at 7. Ground ball to the shortstop, gobbled up by Feldman. Throw across. They missed the tag. They're saying they missed the tag. First baseman Hall wants the first base umpire to go and talk to the home plate umpire. And now they will, and we'll see what happens.
Now batting number 2, Noah Harrison.
We'll see what happens here. They're going to discuss it. Discuss what they saw over there. We'll see if this stands or if they'll overturn it. Saw one overturned earlier. Yep, and they overturned it as Smale was out at first. 2 away. From here, it looked like the right call to call him out. Looked like he got his back shoulder. First base umpire couldn't see it. Home plate umpire did. So 2 away now for Noah Harrison, and starting to get late for the Bobcats. Ball 1 to Harrison. One in the 1-0. Harrison pops it high towards center. Center fielder Emsweiler camping under it, makes the catch, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the 6th. It is still Eden Christian in control. 7-0 here on the YDL Sports Network.
Are you planning for retirement? Looking for other investment opportunities? Then you want to stop by Best Wealth Management at the Corners in Shippenville. At Best Wealth Management, they'll plan, invest, and secure for you. Call Matt Best today at 814-227-2800 or visit them online today. Security and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, registered investment advisor, member FINRA, SIPC. Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed.
Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tonesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front 9, coupled with a back 9 situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com.
You'll always score a great deal on your mobile home and other home improvement supplies when you go to Tempa Supply and Service, located next to Showcase Homes in Ray's Corners, halfway between Clarion and Shippenville. Tempa Supply and Service is your one-stop shop for high-quality home parts, including doors, windows, furnaces, steps, and essential supplies.
So we head here to the 6th inning. It'll be Emsweiler, Tilden, and DeFazio. Emsweiler fly out to left, infield single run scored, reached on a 2-base error on the catcher Weber that allowed a run to score, and he's 1-1 in the count here. That's high, 2-1 now. Clarion season down to 6 outs unless they can find a way to score some runs. They've got just 2 hits in this game, and they're going to need at least 7. Well, at least 8 if they're going to win. Here's a ground ball. First baseman Derek Smale gobbles it up, takes it to the bag, 1 away. Bring up Josh Tilden.
Now batting number 8, Josh Tilden.
Tilden 0 for 3 in the game. Dylan Smale replaced his brother Derek with the bases loaded and 4 runs in the 3rd. Has given up 3 of his own, 2 of them earned. Throws strike 1 to Tilden. That misses low, and now it's 1 ball and 1 strike. There's a called strike, and it's 1-2. One-two pitch called, strike 3, 2 away. First strikeout by for Dylan Smale. Derek Smale struck out the first guy he faced, and that's the only strikeouts for the Bobcats today. 2 away now for Levi DeFazio. Walk, single, and another single and a run scored. Takes ball 1. That Bender's in there, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Big story is the bottom of the lineup, which wasn't real strong, at least numbers-wise, for Eden Christian, has come through with 3 runs scored in this game. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes now on DeFazio. Wind in the 1-2. Ground ball through the hole over there. I thought at first Hyman was going to try for it. He let Rex try to get to it. Rex isn't able to. Another base hit. 3rd hit of the game for DeFazio. It's a 2-out single here in the 6th inning as Christian Watkins comes to the plate. Watkins had the RBI triple last inning. He was 1 for 2 with a walk, a triple, and a run scored. Eden Christian 4 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. We're in the 6th, and they lead 7-1. Is swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. Dylan Smale trying to keep the deficit right where it's at, 7-0. Oh, 1 is low, 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Ground ball deep in the hole. It's short. Rex isn't going to have. No, in fact, he can't even get to it as it got underneath his glove for a base hit. Another hit for the bottom of the order here, and some 2-out magic again trying to brew for Eden Christian as Levi Parrott comes to the plate.
Now batting number 24, Levi Parrott.
Smale comes set. Called strike 1. "13 hits for Eden Christian as there's a called swing and a miss, strike 2. Oh, 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Smale gets out of it. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is still 7-0 in favor of Eden Christian here on the YDL Sports Network.
Creating champions is what we do at the Garage in Shippenville. The Garage is Clarion County's premier indoor hitting and pitching facility offering one-on-one instruction to athletes of all ages. Join one of our group sessions now by contacting the Garage at 814-918-2123. And did you know the Garage is more than just about baseball and softball? We now have the True Golf Simulator where you can hone your game all year round. Like the Garage on Facebook today.
With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
Friends of Clarion Baseball want to wish the Bobcats good luck today. You've had a phenomenal season. Be proud, guys. Good luck today. Eternally Clean Cemetery and Monument Service is the top choice for honoring loved ones with headstone cleaning and flower assortments. Call Corey at 814-227-9370 or Samantha at 814-227-9913 for a free estimate. Visit their Facebook page or eternally-clean.com to learn more. Let your loved one's headstone shine with their Resting Clean promise.
All American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving can do almost anything on almost everything. We're your one-stop shop for your custom needs. All American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving. We can do almost anything on almost everything.
So as we go to the 6th, it'll be Derek Smale, Hayden Weber, and Ethan Rex for the Bobcats. They trail 7-0 to Eden Christian. Ball one outside. Derek walked in the first, struck out in the third. When he walked in the first, Clarion ended up loading the bases with one out and didn't score as he fouls that one back, strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bobcats down to their final 6 outs. Winding the 1-1. That's low, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike here on Derek Smale in the 6th. Winding the 2-1. That hits the inside corner, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jacob Janecki with the 2-2 pitch. Smale hits it hard to center. Coming in on it is Emsweiler, the center fielder, and there's 1 away in the Clarion 6th inning.
Now batting number 1 is Weber.
Bring up Hayden Weber. He had the infield single back in the first. One of just 2 hits for Clarion in this game. That loaded the bases with 1 out before Ethan Rex struck out looking and Wyatt Watterson grounded out. They are leaving a huge gap as Weber lays down a bunt, and it's going to go foul, strike 1. Huge gap in right center field. The center fielder, Emsweiler, is over probably about 20 feet into the left center field gap. Right fielder, Burford, playing about normal, maybe a few feet over from a normal position. They're both in very shallow. As Weber bends over to tie his shoe here. So if Weber could get one into the right center field gap, he would run for a while. Winner of this game gets Southern Fulton at 10:30 a.m. on Thursday at Lebrano Park at campus of Penn State University. Oh, 1 pitch here to Weber. Weber, fly ball. That could be trouble. It's a fair ball down the right field line. Weber on his way to second. Throw into second. Not in time as Weber with the 1-out double here in the 6th. Said they were playing him to pull, and he was able to get that one down the line. Bring up Ethan Rex. Clarion trying to rally. Your District 9 and District 10 are going to be shut out of the state championships in baseball and softball for the first time since 2021. Had 4 chances today. Fort LaBeouf softball, Cambridge Springs softball, both losers. Mercyhurst baseball lost 2-0 to Freedom in the game before this one. Clarion trails 7-0 here in the 6th with 1 out. Weber's at second for Ethan Rex, who is struck out looking and flied out the center. Janicki's pitch. Weber pops it up. Shortstop Feldman makes the catch. 2 away here for Clarion in the 6th.
Now batting number 4, Wyatt Watterson.
Bring up Wyatt Watterson. Watterson grounded out twice to the second baseman, Natali. Weber with a huge lead, takes off for third. Throw down to third, won't be in time. He was almost halfway there before the pitch was thrown. He'll steal third. A little surprised they even threw down there with the 7-0 lead. was a strike to Watterson, so he's down in the count 0-1. Clarion hoping not to strand a third runner at third in this game. Janicki with this pitch. Watterson fouls it away, and now he's down in the count 0-2. Clarion down to its last 4 outs. I'd love to get a run home to maybe start something here with 2 outs in the 6th. Wind in the 0-2. That's in the dirt, and now it's 2-2. Or 1-2, excuse me. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Fouled away. Clarion doesn't rally. This will be our final broadcast of the 2024-25 school year. I want to thank everybody for coming along with us all year long, all our great sponsors as well. Won't be done with coverage. We still have coverage of the Meadville volleyball team, boys volleyball team tomorrow. There's a ground ball. Third baseman Watkins up with it across the diamond, and it's missed. Clarion will take a run here, and on his way to second is Watterson. So Watterson on the throwing error by the third baseman Watkins drives in Weber, and Clarion's on the board, trailing 7-1.
Now batting number 11, Parker Miller.
So now Parker Miller at the plate. The ball go out of play there? It doesn't look like it. So now runner at second. See if that opens up a little bit of a chance here for Clarion. Second error of the game on Eden Christian. Ball 1 to Miller. Miller, ground ball towards shortstop. Shortstop Feldman, throw across in time, and the inning is over. Clarion does pick up a run. They won't get shut out today. 1 run on a hit, an error, and 1 left on base. We go to the 7th. It is now Eden Christian on top of Clarion by a count of 7-1 here on the YDL Sports Network.
Spring into C&A Trees for a summer bursting with beauty. Located just 1.5 miles south of the Clarion Mall, C&A Trees has everything you need. Gorgeous flowers, thriving plants, sturdy trees, and premium mulch. Don't miss their charming gift shop while you explore. Open 7 days a week, C&A Trees is your go-to for a stunning summer. Visit CNAtrees.com. Follow them on Facebook at CA Trees 814. C&A Trees, where beauty grows. Truck buying and repair at its finest. That's what you get at Ascendant's Truck Centers in Clarion, Erie, and Youngstown. Ascendant's Truck Centers, the Clarion location previously known as Zoccaro Motors, has been in the same location since 1940 and is part of the largest international dealer network in Pennsylvania. At Ascendant's Truck Center in Clarion, you get the same great service to customers with the same great people serving you. Ascendant's is locally owned, but with more ways to serve you in the trucking industry. Visit us in person on the Greenville, Pike, and Clarion, or at our Erie and Youngstown locations, or online at ascendantstrucks.com. Friends of Clarion Baseball want to wish the Bobcats good luck today. You've had a phenomenal season. Be proud, guys. Good luck today. Eternally Clean Cemetery and Monument Service is the top choice for honoring loved ones with headstone cleaning and flower assortments. Call Corey at 814-227-9370 or Samantha at 814-227-9913 for a free estimate. Visit their Facebook page or eternally-clean.com to learn more. Let your loved one's headstone shine with their Resting Clean promise.
Warriors number 18, Luke Burford.
So go to the 7th. It'll be Burford, and then the top of the order, Janicki and Feldman for Eden Christian, now leading by 6, 7-1. Burford got things started in the 3rd with an infield single, ended up coming around and scoring, had a base hit in the 5th as well, 2 for 3. Ground ball, that's a soft one. Rex, bare hands, throws it wild, and it stays in play. So it'll just be an infield single, but 3rd hit of the game for Burford.
Now batting number 14, Jacob Janicki.
So base hit there by Burford. Now brings up Janicki. Janicki, RBI triple in the third. 1 for 4 in the game. Dylan Smale comes set. Comes home. Ground ball to second. Rex to Harrison for 1 on to first, not in time. Do get the lead runner, 1 away. Ball was hit deep. Rex kind of waited on it. Didn't have really a chance to turn 2 once he waited on it. 1 away. Bring up Brett Feldman. He is 1 for 3 with a sacrifice fly. Also had a single in the 5th. Ball 1. Smale ready with the 1-0. Line drive, base hit into left field. Miller will get it in, but now runners are at first and second with 1 out for Brady Hall, who's had himself a game. Hall, 3 for 4, a pair of doubles, a couple of runs scored. Has also gone, hasn't driven in any yet. Also flown out to right field. So now Weber, and out comes Rob Jewett, and there'll be a meeting of the minds. While they meet at the minds, we will step aside real quick here on the YDL Sports Network.
You'll always score a great deal on your mobile home and other home improvement supplies when you go to Tempest Supply and Service, located next to Showcase Homes in Ray's Corners, halfway between Clarion and Shippensville. Tempest Supply and Service is your one-stop shop for high-quality home parts, including doors, windows, furnaces, steps, and essential supplies.
So it looks like we're going to have a pitching change here, as Clarion's going to go to Ethan Rex, and while they do that, we'll step aside. Pitching change here in the 7th. 7-1, Eden Christian in the lead.
We think Rossbacker Insurance is a place for you and for your family, for your individuals, for your businesses, because we want to be your insurance advisor. We're local. We're knowledgeable. We have contracts with all different insurance carriers to customize and fit the right insurance program for your needs. We're here. You can come sit down with us, talk to us one-on-one, sit across from the kitchen table, sit across from our desks, and we can give you good insurance advice, how you can save money, where you don't want to save money and skimp out on coverage. And so we're there to help balance that and give you good insurance advice, good risk management advice. So after you have a claim disaster, you can have confidence that your family, your businesses, your cars, your assets are best protected.
Craft beer, craft food, craft service. You get it all and more at Station 101 in DuBois. Whether it's your relaxing evening with friends at Cozy Family Dinner or that special night out with someone unforgettable, Station 101 is the place where memories are made. Dive into a new American culinary journey where every bite is made with premium, farm-fresh ingredients. Quench your thirst with our impressive craft beer lineup, 12 brews on tap, over 120 bottles to explore. From the first sip to the last bite, Station 101 delivers an experience that's anything but ordinary. Station 101 in DuBois, PA, crafted for you. Creating champions is what we do at the Garage in Shippensville. The Garage is Clarion County's premier indoor hitting and pitching facility, offering one-on-one instruction to athletes of all ages. Join one of our group sessions now by contacting the Garage at 814-918-2123. And did you know the Garage is more than just about baseball and softball? We now have the True Golf Simulator where you can hone your game all year round. Like the Garage on Facebook today.
Coach. Back here as we have a pitching change, Ethan Rex takes over. So Rex will take over with Hall at the plate and runners at first and second as Eden Christian looks for some Rossbacher insurance runs. Oh, Rex throws outside, ball 1. Rex last pitched on Thursday. Won a couple of innings in that one, no decision, gave up 5 runs. 1-0 pitch to Hall. Way outside, now it's 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes on Hall. Rex trying to keep it as a 6-run deficit for Clarion. (2-0), way outside. Now it's 3-0. Lefty Emsweiler on deck. Three balls and no strikes on Hall. Dylan Smale is now playing at shortstop. His third position of the game. Rex is 3-0. Way outside, ball 4. So Rex walks Hall on 4 pitches, and the bases are loaded for Noah Emsweiler. So Emsweiler could break this sucker wide open, already up 6 here in the 7th. Emsweiler has an infield single off the umpire. Also reached on an error. Nowhere to put him. Rex's first pitch way inside. Rex has been missing in that direction. Is now the lefty Emsweiler takes ball 1. Like to see Hayden Weber maybe go out and say a word or two here to Rex, but he doesn't right at this point in time. Just to break up the rhythm a little bit. Rex hasn't been kind of overthrowing so far. 1-0, catches the outside corner, 1-1. First strike throw in by Ethan Rex. Team is a young team, this Bobcat team. Rex and Dylan Smale both be back next year, both only sophomores. 1-1 pitch, that's high, and it's 2-1. Great experience for them to play this deep into the state playoffs. Carter Hyman is only a freshman. Behind the plate, Hayden Weber's a junior. Wyatt Watterson's a junior in center. Parker Miller's a sophomore in left. Gabe Anderson's an underclassman in right. That misses, and now it's 3-1. So got to figure Clarion's going to be around making noise for a while. It'll be tough to replace Derek Smale and his 6 homers and Noah Harrison and everything he brings to the table. But there's some talent coming back for the Bobcats. 3 balls, 1 strike here on Emsweiler. There's a called strike, and now it's 3-2. So full count with 1 out. No place to put him. Rex peers in. Delivers the payoff pitch. Emsweiler fouls it out of play. Remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Some could say Clarion's already overachieved a little bit this year. Finished second in District 9, now in the state semifinals with a young team. Great job by Rob Jewett coaching this year. It's just been fantastic. 3-2 pitch, misses inside, ball 4. That'll bring home another run. It's now 8-1. That run will be charged to Dylan Smale. Bring up Josh Tilden.
Now batting number 8, Josh Tilden.
I mean, think about these kids at Clarion. As you look around, ball 1 to Tilden. Carter Hyman at third base. Noah Harrison at second base. Ethan Rex on the mound. All 3 of those players played key roles on the Central Clarion Wildcat football team that made the state championship game back in the fall. They'll be key members of a team that will look to win another District 9 2A title coming up here. And they're in the state semifinals in baseball. So a lot of athletic talent out there. It's 2 balls and no strikes here on Tilden. Rex comes set, delivers the 2-0. And now it's 3-0 as Ethan just struggling a little bit right now. 3 balls, no strikes. I don't know what they'd do if he doesn't get it. Maybe go to Parker Miller here if he walks Tilden. 3-0 pitch. Ball 4, he does. It's the second consecutive bases loaded walk. He's walked all 3 he's faced, and it's now 9-1.
Now batting number 20, Levi DeFazio.
So now 9-1 as out comes Rob Jewett. And I think Jewett is going to take the ball from Rex here. We'll step aside while he does. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network.
With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook. In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And DuBois Lanes on the Beeline in DuBois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At DuBois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. DuBois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals. Friends of Clarion Baseball want to wish the Bobcats good luck today. You've had a phenomenal season. Be proud, guys. Good luck today. Eternally Clean Cemetery and Monument Service is the top choice for honoring loved ones with headstone cleaning and flower assortments. Call Corey at 814-227-9370 or Samantha at 814-227-9913 for a free estimate. Visit their Facebook page or eternally-clean.com to learn more. Let your loved one's headstone shine with their Resting Clean promise. Spring into C&A Trees for a summer bursting with beauty. Located just 1.5 miles south of the Clarion Mall, C&A Trees has everything you need. Gorgeous flowers, thriving plants, sturdy trees, and premium mulch. Don't miss their charming gift shop while you explore. Open 7 days a week, C&A Trees is your go-to for a stunning summer. Visit cnatrees.com. Follow them on Facebook at CA Trees 814. C&A Trees, where beauty grows.
So Noah Harrison takes over on the mound now with one out here in the seventh. 2 runs in on bases loaded, walks issued by Ethan Rex. Harrison, the third pitcher of the inning for the Bobcats. Little chopper. Hyman's going to come home with it, and he throws it away, and that's going to allow another run to score. So Carter Hyman's throw to the plate, skips in there, another runs home, and it's now 10-1 Eden Christian. So this game has kind of gotten away from the Bobcats here in the seventh as Christian Watkins comes to the plate, the 8th man to play. Clarion wasn't in a good situation already coming into the inning, down 7-1, but a bad situation's gone to worse for the Bobcats. As ball 1 to Watkins, the 8th man to bat in the inning. Again, the District 9 and District 10 sports season not quite over. Meadville, that ball is in there for a called strike. Meadville's volleyball team in action tomorrow against Shaler in the state semifinals at Sharon High School, 6 o'clock. If you like volleyball, I highly suggest getting over to that game. It's a called strike, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Both of those teams won state titles last year. Shaler in AAA, Meadville in AA. Meadville's got a kid, Luke Sorensen, a junior on the U.S. Under-19 national team. Also another fantastic player in Tamir Phillips. They're worth the price of admission, I'm telling you. That ball is blocked by Weber. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No, you're probably going boys volleyball. District 9 only has 1 boys volleyball team at DuBois, and they're okay, but this is going to be a high-level game tomorrow. If you like volleyball, it is definitely worth getting over to Sharon High School, 6 o'clock start. Get your tickets online now. There's a ground ball to Hyman, and his time he bobbles it and has no play, and back-to-back errors on Carter Hyman allow another run to score. Now it's 11-1. So now 11-1. Bases are still loaded after that error on Hyman, the second error in a row on Hyman. And there's a ball lifted into left field. That's going to score another run. It's now 12-1. So the runs are coming in bunches here for Eden Christian all of a sudden as Parrott with the base hit. And they've batted around for the second time in this game, has Eden Christian. They batted around in the third. They've batted around here in the seventh, and they lead 12-1. Bases are still loaded with just one out. Inning should be over. Back-to-back errors by the freshman Hyman, though, have helped keep it alive. Strike one here to Burford, who led off with an infield single. That was against Dylan Smale. That misses, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Harrison's 1-1. Line foul down the first base side, 1-2. Derek Smale started, lasted 2 2/3 innings, gave up 4 runs. Brother Dylan relieved. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second out of the inning. Go to the top of the order, and Jacob Janicki, who reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run. Or at least his courtesy runner did in this inning. Strike 1. Never easy to go out in the state semifinals, but then again, you're in the state semifinals. There's 2 ways to look at that. It's hard to lose in the state semifinals, but not very many teams get a chance to play in the state semifinals. There's a ground ball. Rex is going to take the short throw to third, and the inning comes to a close. 5 more runs score. 2 more errors on Clarion. There were, we had 5, 6, 10, 12, 13, just 3 hits in the inning. So 5 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, and 3 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Clarion needs a miracle. They trail 12-1 here to Eden Christian.
Truck buying and repair at its finest. That's what you get at Ascendance Truck Centers in Clarion, Erie, and Youngstown. Ascendance Truck Centers, the Clarion location previously known as Acro Motors, has been in the same location since 1940 and is part of the largest international dealer network in Pennsylvania. At Ascendance Truck Center in Clarion, you get the same great service to customers with the same great people serving you. Ascendance is locally owned, but with more ways to serve you in the trucking industry. Visit us in person on the Greenville, Pike, and Clarion, or at our Erie and Youngstown locations, or online at ascendancetrucks.com.
You've got dreams, might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
Are you planning for retirement, looking for other investment opportunities? Then you want to stop by Best Wealth Management at the Corners in Shippenville. At Best Wealth Management, they'll plan, invest, and secure for you. Call Matt Best today at 814-227-2800 or visit them online today. You'll always score a great deal on your mobile home and other home improvement supplies when you go to Tempa Supply and Service, located next to Showcase Homes in Ray's Corners, halfway between Clarion and Shippenville. Tempa Supply and Service is your one-stop shop for high-quality home parts, including doors, windows, furnaces, steps, and essential supplies.
So we go to the bottom of the 7th. Clarion needs a miracle. They trail by 11. It'll be Hyman, Kale, and then the top of the order, Dylan Smale. Carter Hyman hopes to have a couple of at-bats this inning. Against Jacob Janicki, took over in the 4th. Hyman, fly ball, center field. Center fielder Emsweiler drifts back into the gap to make the catch. Clarion season down to its final 2 outs. Billy Kale to the plate, 0 for 2 today. Well, going to get a pinch hitter for Kale. So pinch hitting for Billy Kale will be Gabe Anderson. So Anderson, who was being DH'd for, will get an opportunity to hit here for Kale.
Now batting number 8, Gabe Anderson.
Anderson has had some plate appearances this year. Has 61 of them, 50 at bats, 180 on the season. So he'll get his opportunity here. Gabe will. Takes ball 1. Gabe, just a junior. Again, this team only loses Noah Harrison and Derek Smale. Matt Alston also, but Alston wasn't able to play this year due to a knee injury suffered in wrestling season. Tough break for Matt. Been a student coach all year. Kept his spirits high. That's outside. Now it's 3-0. So bring it close to great careers for Noah Harrison and Derek Smale. Their names will go down. They're state champions for the Bobcats over the 2023 when they were sophomores. There's ball 4. Walk issued to Anderson. So a little 1-out action for the Bobcats. They won that state title 4-1 over DuBois Central Catholic 2 years ago. A legacy that'll never be forgotten at Clarion baseball, Clarion High School. There's a strike to Dylan Smale. And again, the future is bright for these Bobcats, returning 8 of the 10 guys that were in the starting lineup today or in the field. There's a called strike. No balls and 2 strikes on Dylan Smale. Wine in the 0-2. Smale fouls that Janicki pitch out of play. Remains no balls and 2 strikes. 4 in the third, 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 5 in the 7th for Eden Christian for their 12. Clarion's run came in the 6th inning. It was an unearned run. That's high, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Dylan Smale. Clarion had its opportunities early. Bases loaded, 1 out in the 1st, couldn't score. Runner at 3rd, nobody out in the 2nd, couldn't score. I said it at the time. I just didn't have a good feeling at that point in time when they couldn't bring those runs in. As Dylan Smale fouls that off, just sometimes you get those feelings, and it just didn't have the great feeling at that point. And, maybe it doesn't make a difference. Maybe Eden still scores 12, but maybe if Clarion takes the lead there, puts more pressure in Eden's gripping the bat a little tighter. So you never know how that would have gone. That one hits Dylan Smale in the back, so Clarion has runners at 1st and 2nd now with just 1 out for Noah Harrison. So Noah will get at least 1 more at bat in his career, going to Clarion University to play next year with his mom, Jen Heron, is the volleyball coach, highly successful one for the Golden Eagles. Derek Smale also going to Clarion next year to pitch, play first maybe do a little both. Not sure what their plans are for him. It's ball 1 outside. 1 ball, no strikes on Noah Harrison. They're playing around at second base. I don't understand why here. It's 12-1. Runner at second means literally nothing. Leaving a huge hole for Harrison over on that right side. So he takes a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. And then a throw goes beyond the pitcher. See, I wouldn't play the second baseman near the bag there because I'm leaving a big hole for Harrison. And right now, Clarion needs base runners, and the runner at second doesn't mean anything. Got to really wonder sometimes. I watch a lot of coaching strategy that doesn't make any sense at all, and this is one of them. You're giving a huge hole over there. I mean, literally up 12-1, and you're holding the guy at second base like it's a 2-1 game. It's insane, actually. If you watch a major league game, you'd never see that. And that should tell you all you need to know. Second baseman in the major leagues right now is standing at second base at the hole out there between first and second, not moving. Now it's 2 balls and a strike on Harrison. That misses outside. Now it's 3-1. Again, Clarion needs 11 here. They have first and second with 1 out. Derek Smale on deck. Jacob Janicki in his 5th inning of relief, or 4th inning of relief, excuse me. Harrison, fly ball towards right. Right fielder Burford coming over. Makes the catch. Two away now for Derek Smale. Last out for the Bobcats. Eden Christian looking for back-to-back state title game appearances. Finished 3rd in the Whippeal. Lost in the semifinals, won the Conti game. Opportunity to go back to the state title game where they'll face Southern Fulton on Thursday. Pitch to Derek Smale. Down low, ball 1. Janicki set. Delivers the 1-0. That ball is fouled out of play, 1-1. Want to take this opportunity to thank all the broadcasters I've had with me this year. Larry Weiser, Al Moderjeski, Terry Dryhop, Dave Constantino, Jess Quinn, Steve Buttery. Great group of guys that help us out here on the YDL Sports Network. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball to the shortstop. This should do it. He's going to take it to the bag himself, and Eden Christian is going back to the state title game. They defeat Clarion 12-1 here today. Bobcat season comes to a close at 16-7. Really great season for Clarion. Comes to a close here. Again, 4 in the 3rd for Eden Christian, 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 5 in the 7th. Clarion's run came in the 6th. They win 12-1. The winning pitcher is Janicki. 4 innings, gave up 1 unearned run on a pair of hits and a walk. Emsweiler started, went 3, gave up a hit, 2 walks, struck out 5. Janicki also hit a batter. For Clarion, the losing pitcher, Derek Smale, he went 2 2/3, 6 hits, 4 runs. They were all earned. And he struck out 1, walked 3. Hayden Weber had the lone extra, Hayden Weber, the lone extra base hit for Clarion. The double, he was 2 for 3 with a run scored. Hall, 3 for 4, 3 runs scored for Eden Christian. DeFazio, 3 for 4, a run scored, 2 RBIs, and a walk. That'll do it for us in this 2024-25 school season on our broadcast. For my business partners, Brian Hagberg and Andy Close, this is Chris Rossetti. Just want to say thank you to everybody who helped us out, everybody who listened all year long. Again, our coverage not over. We're just done with our broadcast, but we will have coverage of the Meadville volleyball team still as the Bulldogs go for a 2nd state title. Final score here from Slippery Rock University, Eden Christian 12, Clarion 1. You've been watching and listening all season long to high school baseball, softball, volleyball, soccer, you name it. You watched it here on the YDL and listened to it here on the YDL Sports Network. That'll do it for us. Good night, folks. Have a great summer.